Well, what would you want your fortune to be told regarding? Like romance, career, general future? You could ask what you want. I would basically use the Clow cards. I've been shuffling them like crazy, so I'm sure they're all random at this point. And basically, I would draw 5 cards, and then by combining the ideas of the 5 cards, um, I would give you a general summary of what those would indicate based on your energy, because everything is energy, right? So, ask a question like, would you want romance? Would you want general future or career? What would you want for your fortune? And I will tell it based on that. I have your 5 cards, so I won't draw them until you tell me, but. You could just do general future. Okay, yeah, alright. Alright, the first card is the change. So that indicates a change. Okay. This is the card of love. So this indicates you're going to actually experience something in your love life, which that's good. That's always good. Time. Something is going to happen in a matter of time. Either it's going to happen at the right time, or time has been leading up to it so far. Something you're working towards, perhaps. Fly. Oh, that means you're probably going to fly somewhere, go somewhere else and travel. And then the sand. Somewhere where there's probably sand. Like maybe a beach, even. Like, I could see something to do with that. So basically, your cards are change, love, time, fly, and sand. So those are all actually really good cards, Kamar. From the sounds of it, things are going to change over time. You're going to find some form of romance or love. If you have a partner, it might deepen the connection. You're going to fly somewhere, and you're probably going to go somewhere that's sandy, like beaches, or who knows, you might even go see Egypt or something. It could be anything of that nature. This is just very general, right? But so far, I'd say you actually have a pretty good fortune. Those are all, yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm glad you love those cards, because I'm like, yeah, all those cards are good, man. There isn't one bad card in that bunch. So you actually got a really good fortune. Wonderful. All right. Well, see, that actually made me happy, because I was like, oh, I got to test it out on somebody else and they had a good fortune. So that's wonderful. When I did my cards, I got the love card, oddly enough. Um let's see. I When I did my own fortune, I got love, I got shadow, I got wind, and I got hope. So there is hope for love. I might be going through sort of a storm where I'm battling the shadow of my former self. And what was the other card too? There was one other card. Oh, float. Float was the other card, meaning eventually I will float above it. So yeah, all pretty good fortunes. That's why I love with the Clow cards, because some of those tarot cards, they have cards like death and stuff like that, which that would scare me. I wouldn't want to mess with those cards. But at least with the Clow cards, they're all pretty neutral. Like you might have some darker cards reflecting the past, but generally, because they're Clo cards, they were made for Card Captor Sakura. They're generally pretty positive because they were made for a kids show, right? But ultimately, that's why there is this book too. You can actually use them to tell fortunes, just like with tarot cards and whatnot. I actually prefer telling the future with the Clo cards, because create, that was the other card. I was trying to think what was the other card I have, which basically means and big was another card I drew too, which basically means I'm going to create something very big. I don't know what that is, but very excited to find that out. Well, thank you for participating, Kamar. Honestly, I actually am very grateful that you did come on live, especially because I've had nobody else come to have their fortune told. So at least I actually was able to tell somebody's fortune. Now, I guess if you have anybody else you would want to know their fortune, or anybody else you could recommend, please do. I would very much appreciate that. But yeah, I guess we will end it on a positive note, because now that I've actually told a fortune, I could probably just edit the video and then I'll just use a clip of like the fortune just to demonstrate that that's how it works for audiences on YouTube, and then hopefully draw some more people towards me so I can tell more futures. But thank you very much. Arigato gozaimasu, tomodachi. Matane.